Dianna Agron is with us from Glee. Dianna, I'm so glad that Quinn is okay.
Thank you. I am as well.
Or relatively okay, at least, right?
Yeah.
How you
Not
doing?
dead.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I just was asking the team here. I said, have we ever interviewed her on this show? Because I know that I speak to you often, but it's usually on a red carpet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's usually during the January, February madness.
Yes. Well, then, let's break the ice. Who are you wearing?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm wearing Quinn clothes right now.
So are we.
That's interesting.
Well, so I do want. Let's talk about this texting while driving scenario. Clearly, there was it was meant to be a message to viewers and especially young people that it is a bad idea, right?
True. Yeah. I mean, we went on Oprah a couple of years ago, and she had us sign this petition to not. I almost said drink and drive. Text and drive,
yeah.
And, we were talking about it, and Ryan really likes the message behind it, but we were talking about, do we think that just standing here in front of this audience, does that make an impact on the kids? And so I think Ryan kind of wanted to take it another step further and dabble it out on the show, and he had called me and asked me what I thought about it. And, there were, the year after I graduated high school, there was about 6 or 7 kids that ended up dying in car-related crashes, and it was all within about 3 months and all within a couple of high schools. And I remember asking my brother if the kids at school were really impacted by it, and it didn't seem like they were until the end. And I thought it was so strange, It was all speeding and driving and drinking and driving and texting and driving, and you would think one accident like that that had fatalities would kind of implement that kind of fear that it could happen to you, but it really didn't until it amounted to as many kids as it did, and I thought that was really sad. And it's it's fun to have your license and drive around, but you are operating a massive vehicle, So I don't know. I thought it had a really valid place on the show, and I was kind of all for it.
Well, it's interesting because you've got an entire generation of kids who have grown up just texting, right? Then all of a sudden they get a license, but they're all conditioned to communicate via text. So it's a complete shock to now be able to drive and then still be so used to texting everybody. Yeah. So it's a tough thing. I'm glad you guys are talking about it on this show. I heard your mom was pretty upset.
Well, because it looks so real, and she wasn't there while we were filming, and so she gets to see the final edit, and it's like the scariest movie she could ever watch. Her daughter dying, or looking like she's near death. So my mom calls me and she says, "I love you so much. I just want to hear your voice." It's nice when your parents care.
I think it's that is true. I think it's hard when I guess a mom or I know when I see people that I really, really know that I'm really close to on screen, I still see them as them. I mean, it's like I saw somebody I know really well. They got hit, and I'm like, I'm killing that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, movie magic.
So anyway,
it looks real.
We found out that Glee's coming back for a 4th season. What are your plans? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. None of us really officially know anything, and I'm assuming that we will know more within this next month because we're done shooting in a month. So it'll be really interesting to see what new shape the show takes because it has to change. A lot of us are graduating, and they have some sort of a plan, but it really got inked, I think, in the last week or so, and then we'll know more.
All right, let's come back with Dianna Agron here from Glee. Lindsay Lohan reportedly going to be guest starring on the show. Want to get your reaction to that, find out if she's shot that, and also there is an interesting opportunity for you on a football field I want to discuss. It's coming up with Dianna Agron in just a sec. First, CeeLo, Kiss FM. It's Gautier, somebody that I used to know. Every time I hear that song, I want to flip the lights off, and I want to tiptoe around as if you just see the whites of my eyes like in a cartoon.
You act like you don't do that.
Well, you don't just see the whites of my eyes. You see nothing. You can't see. It's a good record there. All right, it's Ryan Seacrest, Ellen K. Pair of tickets to Wango Tango going to Caller 102 right now. It's Saturday, May 12th, Home Depot Center. Nicki Minaj, Pitbull, Maroon 5, Big Sean, and it's sponsored by Titan Insurance. Dianna Agron is on with us from Glee. Last night, the first episode in 7 weeks, and her character, Quinn, we found out that she is alive after that car accident. Couple quick questions for you before we let you go about the show. I see that that Lindsay Lohan is going to be on the show, Dianna.
She is. Yes, she is. She will be in the 21st episode, so second to last.
Has she filmed it yet?
No, she has not. We haven't started that episode yet. We're on the 20th episode right now, and we've just started. So she'll be here in a week or so.
Well, I know you're at work and busy, so one final question. I'll use a sports analogy, and you answer how you wish.
Okay.
And
why am I scared right now?
You should not be.
Ryan is a ball player.
Yeah, I was a ball player.
Strong safety in football.
That's right. And I'm gearing up for my Olympic coverage, so I'm learning more and more every day. So I read that Tim Tebow
this is where you're going.
Well, here's what I read, that he has snapped the ball, and he has thrown a pass. He's thrown a button hook on 2, and the question is, does he have a shot at you, the receiver, catching that ball and delivering a first down or touchdown?
Ryan, all these football terms, I don't understand them because I don't understand football.
All right, so let's put it this way. If you are swimming.
Okay, wait, tell her to choose the sport. What's the sport that you would
What's
understand?
your favorite sport?
Ryan.
Yeah.
My favorite sport is basketball.
Okay. Ellen, I defer to you.
All right, so Kobe is outside the box.
Kobe's outside
for a
the penalty
three-point
box.
shot.
Yes.
He's not really Kobe. He's Tim Tebow, who
Okay.
can all of a sudden play basketball.
Right. He's huge.
And there's your picture above the hoop
Yeah.
on the backboard. Does Tim make it through the hoop into the three-pointer?
That was a decent attempt, but.
Gotcha. I'm really focused on work right now.
That's how I would have answered. As an athlete, I would have answered that same way.
Oh, my God.
I was just so excited about talking about a button hook route on 2. I couldn't resist.
Goodness, y'all are sneaky, and I have to get back to work. I have to go now.
Well,
wait,
you finessed that beautifully, I will tell you. We're out of sports and we're out of time.
Because I was thinking, if Tim Tebow doesn't float your boat,
there's a line of scrimmage. Don't cross it.
There's a line of scrimmage.
Don't cross it.
Football.
Dianna, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, Dianna. Bye.
You guys have a good day.
Bye.
So
What were you gonna throw? I didn't
say.
I actually really like her. I don't want to not come back. She was great.
I think she'd come back. I think she was laughing about everything.
Yeah, I think she was. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, if Tim Tebow doesn't, really float her boat, Brody Jenner is, I think, available.
But do we know if her boat is available for sailing?
We don't know that. We should have asked.
We ran out of time.
Well,
you know what? Another day.
She left.
Yeah. The tide was rising. All right. Well, I'm so excited about
Tim Tebow.
Well, I was going to throw I didn't know which route I was going to throw for him. It was either going to be a post, it was going to be another route, or it was going to be the other route.
What's a button hook?
Oh, a button hook.
Sure.
Watch my finger.
Then he draws a
You go
circle
like
in
this.
the air.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back. 102.7 KISS FM.